Have you ever get tensed of switching from multiple tabs and getting crashed of your Windows 11 application? So due to heavy workload like this, you can see here, and with lots of Windows updates and a huge like operating system files, and get ever tens of like the boring applications of smooth transition and so on. So in this video we are going to see how to switch from a Windows 11 to Linux in a full fledged way, and we are going to discuss the pros and cons of switching Windows 11 to Linux. So we keep it like Windows to Linux simply, and the four reasons are basically to clean install those who want. So because the Windows 11 comes with many of the bloatware, like you can see here at the bottom. So to clean the bloatware, you need to install Linux. So Linux is a open source, so which is you can search for this. It is a open source operating system kernel. So it was released by Linus Torvalds, and Linux has many of the distros. So we can just search for like here itself distros, and distros are nothing but basically it is operating system built on kernel tailored for specific range from desktop server to cyber security. Here you can see the top 10 best Linux distros for beginners, and here are the top 10 Linux distros. So my my favorite is Ubuntu. So for beginner friendly, for user interface, you go to this Ubuntu. So nothing, so just you need to go to Ubuntu and click on first link and go to downloads and download, click on download Ubuntu desktop and click for this ISO file to download, which is of 5.9 GB. And if you have a pen drive, so this process needs a pen drive. So there are a plenty of videos how to install Ubuntu on your PC or laptop, so you can go and see. So just you need to install this ISO file to, yeah, pen drive and boot it to your like PC or laptop and install this software. So it takes pretty much about like 20 minutes to install this software. So you can choose this beginner friendly Ubuntu, and why these distros are made. So each distros has a specific purpose, so we will discuss in this in another video. So first thing, we are going to see why we wanted to leave Windows 11. So let's be honest, Windows 11 like look like modern PC, but it uses higher RAM. So, so I will show the images as of now. So if you go to here, like first of all, guys, I will show the storage at starting. So in Ubuntu, it takes the starting storage, which is here the 10.3 GB. So after installing this fresh Ubuntu, I have take a snap of this. So the overall operating system consists of 10 GB. Over then upon that, you are going to install the applications from various repositories. So let's discuss the performance. So in Windows, first of all, we can see it has performance of I have an 8 GB RAM. So if I maximize this and zoom it, so you can see I have an 8 GB RAM of laptop, which it takes off of the performance in Windows. So here you can see it takes 4.1 GB itself, up to 53 percentage. Hereafter I open the Chrome tab or any other application, huge application. If I run, it doesn't works so very smoothly. And here in Linux you can see like it takes only, if I zoom this, here you can see it just takes half of the Windows uh, performance you have seen in the previous image. So it takes only 1.8 GB, only 22.5 percentage of 8 GB. So it is a lightweight software, and it is built for performance and productivity. So many of the developers use Linux for their programming. And next we are going to see like there are many forced updates on Windows 11, and it performs slower in their older laptops. So and Windows 11 has too much of background activity, so and less control over the system. So as you can see, I have customized the Linux, which is like this. So these tools are not pre-built like this clipboard and so many things. So the animations you are seeing, like if I double tap, these animations are not inbuilt. You need to install these extensions. So just add to a repository and install these extensions. So it's simple in Ubuntu. We can take over the operating system in our hand. As in Windows 11, we cannot do anything. So if we change a single file, it can cause many problems for the other applications. So and the next point is what is Linux? So Linux is a open source operating system. That means it's it is free and customizable and a community driven. So like Ubuntu has a lots of community. You can see you can post the questions in their community, and it is a user has a larger community, so of millions of people use Ubuntu. And next, unlike Windows, Linux give you a full control over your system, and you decide what app to run. And like big companies like Google, Amazon, and even Android use Linux internally for their server management. So 90 percentages of the server are run on Linux only. So next point is why Linux is better advantages. So here are the basic reasons I switched I switched to Linux. So first of all, the performance which I have showed in this image. So this is the performance, and second one, it is free and open source. We need not to put a license, so or no credit card or anything, and no activation issues. Just you need to install this like ISO file. So if I cancel this, and just you need to install this ISO file, this 5.9 GB, and run this installer in your system. And next, it is best for programming. So if you are learning coding like JavaScript, Python, Java, C, so it supports all of the applications. So many of the application, like if you search for VS Code, and you can see like here VS Code for all the distributions. Like if you have Debian, you can install it for Debian, or if you have Red Hat, like other software system for all the platforms. um, Windows, sorry, Linux is Linux version is available. So some of the applications are still developing, and over, I think so, an 80 percentage of programming, 80 to 90 percentage, the, the Linux software is available. And next, we have a full privacy control over. There are no forced tracking and no unwanted apps. So we are going to choose what the apps we are gonna use. So I have this much apps only. So there is no bloatware or anything else. So it's helpful for programming also. And next, we are going to see Linux is not perfect. Disadvantages. So let's be real. Linux is not for everyone. So some of the drawbacks are like gaming support. So if you need to install this game, any game, like you need to play GTA, GTA 5, and GTA 5 is not available for Linux users. So you can play like adding plugins. So it's too much like process. So there is not a ready-made process like in Windows. You can see, you can install and play these games. So for gamers, it is Ubuntu, sorry, Linux is not preferred choice. And for certain Windows applications like MS Office and Adobe does not work perfectly on Linux. So there are other alternative options also, like LibreOffice. So you can see their own uh, office tools are available. Like here you can see this is Excel, this is like presentation, and like which we have in Windows. So it is same as in Linux also. This is also easy, but some of their choice is for MS Excel and Microsoft Office. So and the initial learning curve of Linux is high. Basically, you need to learn how to install an applications from a scratch. So just in Windows, you are downloading an exe file, and like here, like in a simple way, and just clicking the exe file and running. So and here you can see, like in Linux, you are going to install an application like in a very like a terminal process. So here in the terminal, the applications is are installed, or there are some many ways to install these applications. So this is the some of the drawbacks. So you need to learn like some things before you switch to Linux. So you need to learn what is a terminal and how this terminal works, what are the file systems in Linux, and some of the commands that help in Linux and installing the software. And next, which Linux distro should beginners use? So most of, if you are a beginner, don't worry, Linux is not as scary, so it's easy only. So if you like used and get practice, it is okay. And next, we are I recommend that Ubuntu only. So as I have said you before, so Ubuntu only. And next Mint also a beginner friendly Linux distro. So which is it is like the layout as Windows 10 layout, which is Linux Mint. So it has a Windows 10 layout, and the Zorin 10 as now arrived. So as the Windows 10 has gone, so you can also switch for Zorin 10 OS also. So it has, yeah, lots of support. So nowadays Zorin OS, and if I see here, you can see here it is free, and it has also a best alternative for Windows users. So it is same as this only. So for lightweight laptops or your old PC, install this OS and run. So it is also the one of the top distros in nowadays, like Zorin OS. And there are many plenty of distros available in the market, and you can use for free. And um, the next point are who should switch to Linux. So you should switch to Linux if you are a student, a programmer, or a developer, or using a old laptop or a low spec laptop which has only like 4 4 to 8 GB RAM, or low storage like 256 or 512. So 512 is greater storage only. So anyway, and instead interested in learning real tech skills, so you need to use Linux. And you should not switch if you are dependent heavily on Windows software only. So if you are a Windows lover, you you cannot switch back to Linux. And or you not need to learn anything new, so then you be the Windows zone only. So if you learn many things, so how the operating system works and what are the uh, like exciting things, so when the software is installed, and how to run a software from the scratch, so by yourself only, so then you can install, go to Linux. So switching from Windows to Linux was one of the best decision I have made. So Linux is not just an operating system, but it is a skill, so that you need to learn for any industry. So and next, if you want freedom, speed, and control, Linux is worth trying. So that's all. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more tech and programming content, and comment below. So if you are a Windows user or Linux user, so just comment guys. So thank you for watching this video. See you later. Thank you.